Happy Cinco de Mayo, everyone. Welcome to The Play. I'm Dave Morris. Let's look at today's headlines and stories that will make headlines tomorrow. First up, a follow on the Logan County wildfire from yesterday. A 56-year-old man has died as a result of the controlled burn that got out of control. And around 1,000 residents were evacuated because of the fire. Over 2,400 acres burned in Logan County.
Roughly, yes. It's still fairly contained. It may have dropped down a little bit. We've had some flare-ups on this west perimeter, but our area of concern, as it's been from the origin, is really the north side of this fire. With the winds picking up and the temperatures coming up, humidity's dropped on us this afternoon. We have had some fire behavior break out on the north end, and we've got crews addressing that. Yeah, same advice as last night. If we need to make evacuations, we'll get law enforcement in and we'll get you guys notified to get that word out. We're still kind of playing it by ear. We haven't had the extreme behavior that we had yesterday. We have had flare-ups, but it is not near what we had yesterday.
Thank you, Chief. And video from our Greg Singleton there. Charles Frederick Warner has asked the Oklahoma Court of Criminal Appeals for a stay of execution pending the results of an investigation into the botched lethal injection of Clayton Durrell Lockett. An autopsy and an investigation into what happened that night are underway. State officials say the investigation is likely to take months and no executions will be performed until they are completed. In lighter news, some assignments are tougher than others around here. Sonic Corporation is building a new test kitchen called the Culinary Innovations Center at its headquarters down in Bricktown. The Oklahomans' Brianna Bailey took one for the team today, taking a tour of the kitchen with their head chef. They offered this as an exclusive to the Oklahoman in advance of a groundbreaking they will hold Tuesday afternoon, and our Grayson Cook graciously manned the camera for this story. More tomorrow. Also in business news, Steve Lackmeyer reports Susan and Hank Binkowski are planning to make their new grocery at Northeast 23rd MLK an uptown market. There's also talk of a national retailer and a medical facility to locate in that shopping area, which will also include housing and a public space as part of the development. All right, in sports, it was Media Day out at Oak Tree. That's where the U.S. Senior Open will be played later this summer. Our Mike Baldwin and Greg Singleton hit the golf course this afternoon for that story and caught up with 4 Oak Tree boys to talk about playing on their home course. Again, that event, July 10th through the 13th. And finally, the Thunder opens round 2 of the NBA Western Conference playoffs by hosting the LA Clippers tonight. That game's set to start around 8:30 p.m. down at Chesapeake Energy Arena. We caught up with Kevin Durant earlier today at the Thunder's shoot-around and Chris Paul at the Clippers shoot-around.
Film, going over their sets, going over their personnel, figuring out what we have to do on offense, and just trying to learn their tendencies. It's kind of a quick turnaround. Of course, the outside world knows it's a sexier matchup. With the Chris Pauls and the Blake Griffins and the dunks and all that type of stuff, and the matchups. But every series is tough, especially in the playoffs. And the last one was tough. Their last series was tough as well. So we try not to overlook it and just know that they're gonna come in here, trying to get a W and fight us, all the way into the end.
Man, I always say this about Oklahoma. I always have a special place in my heart. This is where I won Rookie of the Year. Played my first 2 years. This is where I started to become a professional. So once they throw the ball up, it's basketball. It was fun. I loved it here. It was exciting. The fans were unreal. I was telling somebody I had a basketball camp after my rookie year here. Had like 450 kids and stuff like that. So it was a great time here.
It'll be a great series as well. That game tonight at 8:30 p.m. You can watch on TNT if you can't make the game. Speaking of Kevin Durant, no telling how many times we're going to see that Framley commercial, huh? You can also follow our coverage online tonight at newsok.com. More on these stories in upcoming editions in the Oklahoman. Have a great night, everyone.